everyone. It's your host, Shay Stone.
And your co-host, Ari.
And welcome back to Tea Time. This is our third official episode, and thank you guys for tuning in. You guys can also listen to the audio only version of our podcast if you don't want to watch the video version on literally any platform where you can get your podcasts. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm so excited because Ari brought this up a while back, and I'm like, that's a good idea. We should do that because they're just so interesting. But today we're going to be reading Am I the Asshole stories. So, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a Reddit thread where people literally post stories saying, Am I the asshole or not for different situations they're in. And then us as a society, we deem you as an asshole or not. So, Ari, you said you had a pretty good story that you wanted to read, so kick us off.
Okay. It says, Am I the asshole for trying to set my son up with his ex? Okay. So my son, 25, male, has been with his current girlfriend for over a... Jeez. Sorry. Some people don't know grammar or how to form a sentence.
That is true.
I swear to God. Or maybe it's just my dyslexia.
Either one.
Anyways, when I met his girlfriend, my knowledge was that she just did sexy Instagram videos for her work, which I don't necessarily agree with, but it's whatever. However, earlier this year, I found out that's not the extent of what his girlfriend does. She does OnlyFans, where she sells naked pictures of herself and other videos.
I saw that
After finding this out, I called my son in tears as I did not raise him this way, and he should find a woman who respects him. Well,
what?
A lot of people do that these days.
That's not his fault. That's her fault.
He didn't choose for her to do OnlyFans.
Literally. And then the mother cried about it. Oh my gosh.
Boo-hoo, bitch. Anyway, what? Income? He assured me that he loves her and that he doesn't feel disrespected, and he knew what she did before they started dating. We got in a heated argument, which led to us not talking for a few days and me spending most of my days depressed. Ma'am.
That is so dramatic.
That's your adult son. What do you mean?
That's dramatic,
Anyway.
actually.
I was always a fan of his ex-girlfriend, Caroline, that he had in high school and some of college. I still keep in contact with her, and I am really good friends with her mom, Jenny. Why is she naming names? Okay, well, if this is already done at this point, then I guess there's no harm in naming names.
Literally name dropping.
Wait, what the fuck? Why didn't she say her son's name? She literally didn't say... Well, I guess she don't care. Anyway... What the fuck? You keep your son anonymous, but everybody else you just call out? Okay. Cute. Okay. So both my son and his ex Caroline are going to be in town during Thanksgiving. My son's current girlfriend isn't going to be here because I would not allow her to come. Because of OnlyFans, bitch. Really? Come on, people. You probably took your own nudes with a Polaroid back then or something. Okay. Everybody's skinny dipped before. Okay. Especially y'all, however old you are. I don't know. Okay. But you can't tell me that you didn't do this shit.
And
or sometimes peer pressured.
I've also realized a trend. A lot of the parents that have issues like this, with their kids, they were the craziest partier, you know what I mean? Their childhood was nuts. And I get they're I don't want them to fall in the same trap kind of thing. But this is ridiculous. She didn't even give her a chance. She doesn't even know her yet, right?
Only because OnlyFans.
That's ridiculous.
That was it. That was the straw. That was the last straw. No Thanksgiving.
That was my 13th reason.
No turkey for your ass.
Oh god.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. With that being said, Jenny and me thought it'd be a great idea to have Caroline, come visit me while my son is in town. We didn't want to let them know and have it be a surprise for both of them. We also think Caroline is not happy in her relationship, so it'd be a great chance for them to reconnect and rekindle their love. So
What?
basically, they're both in relationships, but she's trying to get them back together. And the girlfriend's not allowed to come to Thanksgiving, but she brought the ex-girlfriend over.
She's like, you're out, you're in.
Oh my God. However, after some conversations with my son about his girlfriend, I started to feel reluctant. So the day before we were supposed to have a meetup, I told him what my plan was and he was pissed. He said that he knew I was going to do something like this and it's incredibly disrespectful to try to parent trap him. He said that he would never talk to me again if I went through with it, and even the fact I had the idea angers him. I ended up telling him, so I don't think I'm in the wrong. I was only trying to do what's best with him and have him with someone more respectful. You can't tell me that you didn't take a nude.
Man, that's. I feel like she's the asshole in this. Yeah,
Literally,
definitely.
let's see. Like, obviously, the fuck does that? That's like when my grandma still lived in Ohio and she texted me one day, "Oh, this tree's getting cut in our backyard and this is the kid you knew in kindergarten. Maybe you should go out with him." I'm like, "I don't know him. I
I,
don't know him."
yeah, that's like weird. Like, I don't know. I
I'm
feel
like,
like
"What the
parents should give guidance, but they shouldn't control their kids' love lives. Like, you can't
Yeah.
control love, you know? Like,
Yeah,
kids
like
need to learn, grow on their own, and experience these things. And if that's a big deal breaker, oh my gosh, I would hate to see all these other things she's crazy about.
Like how my mom was like, "Oh, before you go out with a friend or you go out with this boy or I need to know this boy's parents' names." Like when my 16th birthday party, the only guy that came over. We don't need to say his name, but
We know his
we know about that drama cuz he was
that
the
was a
only
mess.
guy there and that's the last birthday party I ever had
Yeah.
at my mom's house because of that. But l- like oh my gosh. I'm just
I think
like,
it's like when you were also reading it, I thought I literally was like, this is an asshole because I literally
seriously,
thought of you and you growing up, and I'm like, that's literally someone dictating someone else's whole life. Like,
like
like trying to
she
screw it and manipulate it to what you want and not what's best for your child. Like that's kind of what this sounds like.
yeah, like
And,
she
like,
did the
I like the
background
ex
checks and
girlfriend.
everything. Like she did background checks on your family before I had to go over to your house and everybody's. I was
Yeah,
like, that's not even legal. You can't abuse your power like that.
that's some trust issues like I never seen before.
Like, why before I couldn't even tell her that I had a crush on a boy and she'd be like, I have to look up his parents. What's his last name?" I'm like, "Are you serious right now?"
And this is another
Oh
issue I have with this. It's like
God.
if you control your child so much like that, your child is going to rebel against you. And that's a proven thing. And
Yeah.
like for example, you couldn't have this great relationship with her because she wanted to control and dictate everything like about your life. And you didn't even feel comfortable to be able to come and talk to her. And that's so sad, and like if you're a parent, which I am too, like I want to make sure my child can always come to me no matter what, and I'm not going to judge them or anything. I'm going to talk to them logically, um, and hear what they have to say. Like I'm going to listen to them, show them that love and support that every child should deserve. Because I want him to feel like not only I'm your parent, I'm your best friend too.
We
So
love
I
that.
feel like if you're too crazy like that, it's like you're literally jeopardizing your relationship with your kid. Like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, though.
Like, seriously. Should we read some of these comments here?
Yeah, let's see what other people think.
Everybody's saying you're the asshole.
I knew it.
You're being a huge overbearing asshole here. Your son is 25, an adult, able to make his own decisions about his life. You don't have a say in who he dates. Go sit down and mind your own damn business.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
This
god.
is tea time, y'all.
It says, you really wrote all that out and didn't see the problem, huh? Let's explain why. You lack boundaries with your son. It's not your business or concern about the sexuality of your son's partner. You're imposing your morals onto others while judging them for their morality. Like, oh my gosh.
Dang, well, I guess people agree with what we say.
Yeah.
But those are more extreme.
They said, with a mother like you, he'll never need enemies.
Damn.
Oh,
These
god.
are hardcore. I cannot.
Poor dude. Well,
Huh?
OnlyFans, man. So bad.
That's crazy.
So bad.
All right. Let's see what story. So I have one. It is, am I the asshole for demanding my roommate to remove her tattoo? So let's see what this is about. Let's see. Okay. So I'm still somewhat new to Reddit, but using a throwaway because I have mutual friends with my roommate who follow my personal account. For context, I'm a 20 female and a Chinese adoptee. And before leaving for college, I got a matching tattoo with my mother on my pinky finger. It's basically a red band that's supposed to reference the Chinese myth called the thread of fate, how an invisible red thread connects you to the ones you love. That's so cute. Needless to say, the tattoo has a very significant meaning when it comes to relationship with mother. I met my current roommate, Lynn. Oh my gosh. Let's just name drop. 19 female, white, last year through friends, although we were mostly acquaintances for most of our freshman year. Dorming for this year was super frustrating and competitive, but I was relieved I was able to room with someone I knew, like Lynn. All of our friends got together for a housewarming party and we started playing Jackbox, specifically the Faker game to get to know each other better. One of the questions I was called out for being the Faker was, raise your hand if you have a tattoo. Lynn was confused why everyone said I had a tattoo, as it's not very noticeable, so I showed it to her and briefly explained its meaning. She said how cool and meaningful it was and enjoyed the simplicity of the tattoo. I thought that was the end of it, as the topic wasn't brought up again. This week was our finals, so admittedly, I was already very stressed. We were cleaning the dorm together to prepare for break when I noticed Lynn had gotten an identical tattoo to mine. Yeah. I was pretty shocked by it, especially since I didn't hear anything from her about getting it. I confronted her about it and she defended herself by saying it looked cool and that her mom and her liked the meaning. The fact that she got it with her own mother made me even more upset.
Oh.
My tattoo was very specific to my upbringing and made it feel less special.
So her mom got it too?
Yes, like
Fucked up.
Lynn and her mom went and got the same tattoo. That her and her mom.
Nobody's original.
No. I told her she needed to get it removed or I'm moving out. She called me an asshole and we haven't spoken since. Our friends are split on the issue, with some saying I'm the asshole for trying to control what's on her body and coming off rude, and others saying she overstepped by stealing a meaningful tattoo of mine. So, am I the asshole? What do you think?
I mean, no. Because, like, dude, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's literally a tattoo.
Yeah.
But, like, if it's meaningful and if it's like, if that's the meaning that is only like, that's, you know what I mean? The meaning is the meaning that they have.
Her and her mom, yeah, originally.
Yes. Okay. Because of, the backstory behind it. That's what I'm saying. So if that was so beautiful to them, like like what the hell's their actual reasoning for getting it? You know? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If they didn't go through or experience or, have whatever is obtained within the symbol, like, what do you mean? So if it is offensive and people think that she crossed a line, especially with getting it with her mom, you could have picked anything else on the fucking internet, and you chose something off of somebody else's body.
I did think that when I was reading, I was like, well, they could have got something different, but also I don't think she's no, I don't know. I feel like they kind of are the asshole because you kind of don't have a right to tell someone to remove something on their body. That's like someone saying, "Hey Ari, take out your nose ring." Like you would be pissed.
I mean, the only way, like, they wouldn't be the asshole if it was, like, cultural appropriation or
Mhm.
something that's actually, like, specifically tied to them and their culture and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
they are oblivious to it, you know? You know what I mean? And they just think the
yeah,
meaning is cool, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
actual cultural appropriation, how
Because
people
she's
are.
Chinese and it's a Chinese thing, I think.
Yeah.
And then yeah, her roommate got it in Chinese too.
Oh, so that's probably why people think
I
that's
think.
offensive,
I don't know. I
and
just read a comment and it's juicy. It says, "You're the asshole. You have zero right to ask her to remove her tattoo, her body, her choice. Don't get me wrong. I do understand why this tattoo is special and significant to you and your mother. The concept is so beautiful. And personally, if I were you, I'd be flattered that something so beautiful for my culture moved someone so much that they felt the need to do it themselves," which is true. "Your relationship with your mother has not changed due to your roommate's tattoo, and I guarantee you that there are thousands of other people out there with the exact same tattoo." And then they did an edit of their comment and they said, "I just discovered that OP's tattoo includes her name in Chinese characters and that the roommate straight copied the entire tattoo instead of just getting the simple standard red thread, which in my opinion changes a lot. OP mentioned in this comment they weren't able to ETA their post as of yet for some reason, so I'm hoping people see this as its important context." Holy shit, this is next level creepy. Your roommate literally tattooed your name on their body. Move out. Have you seen proof from other comments too?
bro.
Whoa. Like, okay, getting the normal one is like one thing, but the same?
Okay. Okay, listen. What if they didn't know the translation? That
Yeah.
would be the excuse, but if they did know, sorry, that's pretty fucked up.
I just think
Like,
it's so
you and
funny
your
'cause it says,
mother,
move
really?
out.
Like, jeez,
That,
man, that's weird.
that's kind of creepy, though. Like, they have
Like,
your name.
it's like they're trying to turn like, themselves into you, you know?
That was such important context that OP did not give us. That changes literally everything now. Like, okay, I think I would be freaked out if someone got my name on their body like
Well,
that.
I think
I
they
can
thought
see
that they would have been like, people like the general public would have been freaked out anyways because
yeah,
somebody copied their tattoo that was, tied to their culture. They
yeah,
probably didn't think that they needed to address that their name was in it, but
that's
that's
true.
a pretty crucial piece of information, you know?
But I also
Like,
could see the person not understanding that was probably her name, like you said,
or
would
like
be
they
the
didn't know the
excuse.
language.
I hope they did not know
How the
that
fuck
was
did
her
somebody even
name.
translate that shit, man?
How did they
Seriously?
how did they remember it? Like, exactly. Like, that's my thing.
Took a picture maybe? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, while you're sleeping?
Hey, I mean, maybe got it off an Instagram photo, zoom in. Just I don't know. Like, people are weird.
Yeah. Alright, well, alright, you got another story?
Yeah.
Since
This
we
one is
wrapped that
like,
one up?
okay,
I'm ready. These are so fun.
am Am I the asshole for blaming my dad for his illness and refusing to take care of him?
Oh.
My 19F female, I don't know if that means sister,
Yeah,
probably.
19
And my
female.
dad, 50 male, he was recently diagnosed with heart failure 3 months ago, and it was due to his unhealthy lifestyle. He would always smoke, and every time he tried to quit, he'd always relapse, like he has zero responsibility for his health. Also, he is overweight and keeps eating junk food all the time. This is definitely a dude writing this, I can tell. Because there's like run-on sentences, and he did not put an S on the end of keeps, and I had to say that. 2 days ago, he had a respiratory infection and has a result to his condition got a bit worse. He need help.
He need
Jeez.
help.
He needs help to move to the bathroom and dependent on us. This guy. Um, Today my mother and big brother asked me to stay with dad since they're going to work their night shift job. I kindly refused because I was invited to a concert that I've always wanted to go. My mother and big brother got extremely mad and called me an asshole for refusing to stay and help despite him taking care of me since I was an infant. Obviously that's his job. Otherwise, why would he bring me to life?
You say that all the time.
This is literally a fucking dude. I swear. Okay. Oh jeez. Everybody's like, you're
Yeah, he's the asshole or she. I don't. You said it was a guy writing it.
no, it says just she, I think. I think it's a
Oh,
she.
oh, well, I think they're the asshole because even though yes, you're responsible for your health, like if you're if you know you have all these issues and you're still doing stuff for it, like yeah, that's horrible. Like you need to learn self-control and discipline or if you feel like you don't have enough self-control and discipline, have someone like an accountability partner. Um, I feel like if they're family and there's that love there, it's like you want the best for them. So it's like help them, like if you see that this is a problem that they don't like, they said their dad doesn't have self control and stuff, help them get there. Like
Yeah.
be that supportive person because some people really do need an accountability partner to like get them going. And I feel like he's being or she's being he's being an asshole because they're like, whatever. I'm like, that's horrible.
Yeah, like somebody said, you're the asshole. I can't even believe I just read this. He made a bad choice beginning to smoke, and like most people, he got addicted. You think it's easy to get rid of addictions? Also, it's so clear that your reason was the concert and not that cheapskate excuse that it's his fault for being sick. And then they did the thing where they, like, put, like, one line and said, "Obviously, that's his job, otherwise, why would he bring me to life?" One of the dumbest things I've heard. You know how many people just abandon their kids? You know how many people ignore their kids? No, it's not his job. He chose to do it, and apparently it went to waste. Stop acting like a brat and help him while you still have the chance, because if anything happens to him, you'd wish you had more moments with him.
Damn. These are spicy.
Crazy.
Okay. So these are too good. I cannot. All right. Um. Okay. Um. Oh, okay. Um. Am I the asshole for telling my friend's boyfriend that he shouldn't have been allowed to eat? All right. So we'll see what this is about. Some friends and I decided to do this trend where we have a dinner and everybody brings a food that starts with the first letter of their name. That actually sounds so cool to do. um, there is one friend of ours that's a bit of a moocher. Whenever we go out, she never pays for stuff, whether it's the dinner bill, tickets for the movies, etc. We always end up paying for her, but everyone accepted this and doesn't really have an issue with it. However, recently it's become worse. She's been dating this guy for a couple of months and she brings him everywhere with her, even when he's not invited. So now we have two people to pay for. Ugh. Also, I feel like I have to say that they have jobs. They're not struggling. It'd be different if they were broke. Then, of course, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, we had the dinner last night and everybody brought food and put a lot of effort into it. These two, however, showed up with absolutely nothing, not even a bottle of soda. We were annoyed, but nobody said anything. It wasn't until the end of the night when they were leaving that I cracked a little. The friend's boyfriend was taking home all the barbecue ribs that were left. I repeat, all of it, and it was a lot. Like, damn, be considerate at least. He emptied the entire tray of ribs into a container. That's when I politely asked, can you maybe not take all of it? The others might want some too. He got all defensive and asked, why are you treating me like I'm stealing all the food? I clarified that I never said such a thing and that I only asked that he didn't take all of it. He got angry, plopped the ribs back, and said, fine, I don't need your food. To which I replied, it kind of seems like you do, and to be honest, you shouldn't have eaten at all since you didn't contribute again as usual. Then my friend came, took him, and just left without saying anything. Now apparently she's angry with us, mainly me. Most of my friend group doesn't think I did anything wrong, but there are a couple who are saying that I shouldn't have said anything. The thing is that I didn't even say anything to my friend because I don't mind that she doesn't contribute. Our boyfriend was the one irritating me. He eats the most food but doesn't contribute, drinks the most alcohol, doesn't contribute, orders really expensive meals at restaurants, doesn't contribute towards the bill. I guess I got really annoyed and snapped at him. I tried phoning her to clarify that I don't have any issue with her, but she's ignoring me. I don't know. Maybe I should have left. Well, enough alone. So am I the asshole?
Well, I mean, the girl's a moocher, right?
Well, they were saying the girl's the moocher, but her boyfriend is too, so they're both.
Sorry, I don't like moochers. I'm cheap, but I ain't a moocher. Sorry.
I'm cheap, but I'm not a moocher.
Never stoop that low.
Motto. Never stoop that low.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think they're not the asshole. I think they finally said what everybody else wanted to say. Like after a while. Because
for the people,
yeah, and yeah, if you're showing up to all these things already expecting oh yeah, they got me. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
every time.
I
here and
forgot
there
my card.
here and there is okay. But if you're going to every event just expecting to never pay, that's ridiculous.
Okay, listen. If you were two people going out, if one person forgets, their, payment, whatever, it's okay. They can reimburse them. But if you're going with a whole group of people and it's on one ticket, and if they're family members or together, the other two or whatever the case is, that's trash.
Yeah.
They do it with friends, they do it with everybody. That's not cool.
Yes, I think sometimes I love the people who are blunt and say stuff that everyone else is thinking but are too afraid to say. So I really love that they were hey, props to you because it takes balls to do that.
Get a fucking job.
Well, they have jobs. That's the thing.
Then fucking
they said they have jobs and they're not poor, but if they were poor, they would understand, and then be more okay with it. But they have jobs and they're okay. So I'm what the hell? They're literally using
that
their
even mean? That makes no okay, so if they decided to spend their money on eating out, they would be poor. You know what? Shut up. That's annoying. Just go. I can go to Taco Bell. What do you mean? It's $5.
Yeah.
What?
That's affordable compared to all these eating out things they do, fancy kind of. And then they said different potlucks and stuff that they do where everyone brings food and they don't contribute at all. Literally at all.
It's so easy to make a box of fucking mac and cheese for 65 cents.
Just show up with mac and cheese.
Or stuffing is fucking 30 cents at my Meijer. Like,
Literally.
seriously, I buy
Like-
that shit.
Shut up with water. I don't know.
Like, seriously. That's so messed up. Like, you go to a potluck and that's like,
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
it is. But yeah, guys, so we're about 30 minutes into our podcast. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break at the moment. And yeah, guys, enjoy our Blast Artist Spotlight of the week.
You're the asshole.
Yeah, just me and my bros. Fresh out the whip with the drip and we know that we chosen. Yeah, the ladies look at us, wondering who we are. We walked in the club just like some movie stars. Just like some movie stars. Yeah, just me and my bros. Fresh out the whip with the drip and we know that we chosen. The ladies look at us, wondering who we are. We just walked in the club just like some movie stars. Just like some movie stars. Yeah. Got the all white with the seppies, got the champagne, yes, feel a little rich. Walk through the club, they respect me, baby don't test me. Taking you home after this. Run through the town, turn it up with my bros. We ain't worried about a thing, cause we got money to blow. Let's go. Pour up the shots, now we litty. Bros on the scene, yeah, we in the city. Cameraman catch it, baby come near me. She pulled up a shot, took a shot off a set, that I'm gorgeous. Told me my skin is so flawless. Told me to smile for the big ego enormous. Run through the town, living lawless. Know that I always been lit. Yeah, just me and my bros. Fresh out the whip with the drip and we know that we chosen. Yeah, the ladies look at us, wondering who we are. We just walked in the club, just like some movie stars. Just like some movie stars. Life is good, paper straight. Take a shot, let's celebrate. Can't complain, bills is paid. Brothers on that paper tray. Off that we levitate. Bossing now we regulate. Got a new stock, got a different demeanor. Just leveled up and our salary's cleaner. Yeah, just me and my bros. Fresh out the whip with the drip and we know that we chosen. The ladies look at us, wondering who we are. We walked in the club just like some movie stars. Just like some movie stars. Yeah, just me and my bros. Fresh out the whip with the drip and we know that we chosen. Yeah, the ladies look at us, wondering who we are. We walked in the club just like some movie stars. Just like some movie stars.
You're the asshole. Oh. Sorry.
That is so funny. All right. You can go ahead and read the next story.
Okay. Am I the asshole? My boyfriend forgot my birthday and is now mad at me. The reason why I'm laughing is because I accidentally read one of the comments and it's just the first few
That is so
like
funny.
words of it, and I was like, oh my god, bruh. Okay, it was my birthday recently, and my boyfriend forgot about it. We were casually texting. These people don't know how to freaking spell.
They're
Okay,
like,
like how do you misspell that? The whole day, and I didn't tell him that it was my birthday. He then saw my Instagram post where there was a subtitle hint that I turned a year older, and he texted me happy B-Day, to which I told him that it was the previous day. He got mad at me and asked me why I just didn't tell him that it was my birthday. And since we have only been dating a month, I thought he just forgot and didn't care too much for it because I'm not fond of my birthday. I actually did tell him when my birthday was when we started dating, and he told me this. And a part of why I didn't tell him was because I wanted him to remember it himself, since I remembered his birthday too. You can't always expect men to remember things that we do. We remember everything, okay? I know a lot of dudes that don't even know the actors' names of the shit that they played in. And they ask me, and I'm like, I don't even watch that, and I know who it is. Like,
Yeah.
people are like, "Who's that one guy in that new movie with the Native Americans?" And I'm like, "Leonardo DiCaprio, bitch." I'm like, "How do you not
Yeah.
know who that is? Titanic, ho? What do you mean?"
Titanic.
I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "I'm done, okay?
Yeah,
Like, leave me
they're
alone." Like, Top Gun, Tom Cruise. I'm like, "Shut
feel
up."
like definitely I feel like definitely the asshole, because like you said, you can't expect everyone to remember, especially since they've only been together for a month.
Well,
Like,
I ain't
that's not
done.
that
That
serious
was
yet.
just my comment.
Sorry, what?
That was just my comment. I'm not done.
Oh,
I'm in the middle of this is a whole paragraph. I
no.
stopped in the middle of it. Um, but I didn't want it to escalate into a fight, so I told him that it's not that big of a deal since I don't celebrate. He got angry and stopped talking to me. A day later, he texted me the same that I should have told him. Having enough of it, I said, "Shouldn't it be me who's angry because you forgot my birthday?" To which he said the same thing again, that I could have just told him so that he could have planned something. To which I said that it felt embarrassing to say that it was my birthday when he didn't even remember. I'm not fond of my birthdays, but I did feel sad about him not even remembering it. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, the asshole. Like,
Yeah.
you're not fond of your birthday, but you want him to celebrate. What?
It said
This one's so stupid. Like, I'm
it
sorry.
said, "You're the asshole. You've been dating a month. Get a fucking grip.
That's
Jesus.
literally
If
what I
you
just
create
asked.
drama over this, you sound like an absolute migraine of a partner."
That's like, yeah, literally, that's literally what I just said. I said they've only been together a month. It's not that serious at the moment. You know, it's just new. You just got into it. And this, like, what? On your birthday? I'm like, you should have told him. Like, I think she should have told him. I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, definitely the asshole.
that's like, bruh. Like, okay, yeah, birthdays, you just turn a year older. Like, we have those all the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
the day of celebration, for one day a year we all get to celebrate ourselves. But like
Yeah.
you said, you don't like birthdays, you don't celebrate. And I mean, yeah, it's good, it's nice for people to acknowledge and not forget, but like, be fucking for real.
Like, I don't know. I think I
It's
read
been a month.
something
I
and I
mean,
kind of agreed with it. It was like when people say they don't like their birthdays or celebrate, they're just trying to be different.
yeah,
Which I can understand if something traumatic fucking happened on your birthday and you're like, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Some people are like, I don't celebrate my birthday, or I don't like it. Like, wow, you're so different. Like, I read something out of that. I thought it was so funny.
it's like, I don't even know, I can't even remember like what I ate
Because
for breakfast yesterday, so like,
I
fuck.
just think it's so weird, like, for someone not to like their birthday, because primarily us humans are driven by self-interest and stuff. So it's like, that's very odd to me. That's always been so weird to me, because I like celebrate my birthday. I'm like, I was born this day.
Like, we don't like the birthday song, but like, that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's awkward. It's like, what the fuck do I do with my hands while everyone's singing? Like, like, get over with. And then eat
we're
cake.
like, come on, let's be for real. Like, how long have you known this guy before you've only like dated him for a month? Because listen, let me tell you something. When I was in high school, junior year, there was this girl that got engaged after knowing this guy for 6 days. Okay? She was a senior and he was a freshman. How the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, they met um and oh my god, they met in community service.
Oh, wow.
And he proposed to her in the middle of the street and put it on the wrong hand,
Oh,
and it was the wrong size, and they were dating for 6 days, not 6 weeks,
mess.
not 6 years, 6 days, and they got
Are they
engaged.
still, are they still together?
No, she
Obviously not.
disappeared after summer school. The only reason why I went to summer school was to do personal finance because I didn't want to take a class like actually in school, like
Yeah.
during the semester.
Wow, that's crazy. But I do have another crazy story.
Let's get into it.
It's Am I the Asshole for Getting My Brother Arrested? Ooh. Okay. I'm female 20, and I have a twin brother who is always the golden child. Hi, Bailey. Welcome to tea time. That's so cute. He's trying to make out with you.
Sit down.
Oh my gosh, sit
Let's
down.
go outside. It ain't happening, Captain.
No.
Sit. Okay, let's get into it.
All right. A little background on Christmas, he would get the latest iPhone, a PlayStation, or an Xbox, just things like that. And I would get books, underwear, just really essential things like that. Let my brother to believe that he was better than anyone else. He would this is not grammatically correct. He would random people's windows and then just go crying to my parents. I don't hate him because he's the favorite. He just thinks he's better than everyone. This story started a while ago. I inherited a very nice house from my late grandma. It really upset him that I got the house, and he would always complain to my parents. I didn't use the house much because I was at college, and the house is quite far away from my parents' house, which is where the college is located. So because I wouldn't be there, I installed a security system. Last week, the security system went off, so I called the police. They told me there was a guy trying to steal my late grandma's items and money that was in a safe. I didn't think much of it because the state that I live in has a very high crime rate.
Mm-hmm.
About 1 hour after getting the call from the police, my dad called me screaming about how I got my brother arrested. I was a bit confused when he first started, but then I realized the person in my house was my brother later. But I decided to press charges on my brother. Everyone in the family but my aunt is blowing up my phone about how much of an asshole I am, saying I should drop the charges. Me and my aunt both agree that he deserves to be arrested for breaking into my house. So am I the asshole?
Actually, no. Did he damage property though?
It doesn't say anything about that.
Did he steal anything?
He tried to steal her dead grandmother's stuff and money.
Okay.
And he did.
Honestly, no, he's not the asshole for doing that. But if he didn't damage any property or steal anything or anything like that, then I'd say if he does it again, then I would press charges. But
So
if
you're
this was
saying,
a
like,
one-time thing but not a recurring thing, then I wouldn't do it
I
this
can
time.
see that because it's like your family, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you don't want to hurt your family like that. But then I can also see the other side where it's like he seems very entitled, and I don't know, because she said he grew up like this way, oh, so entitled, I get everything. Now he feels privileged or entitled to all that stuff that's hers, and that's why he's acting that way because the family's kind of agging on this behavior. But what you said also I can see because it's like, well, since they are kind of agging on this behavior instead of agging it on, instead of pressing charges and all that, you guys can sit down with him and kind of like back to that support thing that we talked about the last story, I think, or the other one. That's your family and you want to help them in any way you can, because obviously he has some issues.
Well, also, what did he get, So maybe there's a reason why he's doing that. Maybe he needs something or needs help, or there's probably he
Yeah.
probably isn't doing this just for fun, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason behind it, but I don't know.
And with these, I do hate, I want to make it clear for everyone, but with these type of stories, we are only getting one side to it and not the other person's side to defend themselves or tell what their side. So I don't know why, like you just said, what is he going through? What's his side of this? What happened to him? We're only hearing this, and some things could be a lie. We don't know these people or trust them, so it's like and that's with all these stories. Honestly, we're just going by what information we have that they tell us.
Yeah, some of these could be complete lies. You never know.
Yeah, you don't know. It could be the total opposite, or that's so trippy.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
Unless we get an update, or because there's a what's the slang term for internet sleuths or something. Yeah, the internet sleuths that can track and find anything, like about anyone.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's internet sleuths. But yeah, some of these people, like the tattoo one that we were talking about earlier, like the person that commented on it is the one who found out and researched, like found the person, researched the tattoos and everything, and found out like the truth about it, and that the roommate got it exactly like her in Chinese name and everything, and that's why he was like, "Holy crap, move out!"
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, I
FBI
feel like
agents.
Reddit's a crazy like place. You post them, like everyone's gonna find some. Like I don't know. Like you could be anonymous, but there's always that internet sleuth out there.
Yeah.
That will real story or something. Yeah, did you have any more stories or was that about it?
Well, let's see.
All right.
Ouch. Shit.
There's a lot on here.
I think I can do one more before I head out.
All right, sounds good. Let's get a good one. Tea worthy. Juicy time.
Bailey.
Bailey. I miss you, beautiful girl.
She sniffed.
I can literally hear her.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she can't blame everything on her autism? Bailey, just sit your ass down. Anyway, my sister, 24, female, is currently going through the process in our country to get diagnosed with autism. She believes she has it, and until she gets diagnosed with autism, I will continue to remind her she doesn't have a diagnosis yet and therefore isn't autistic. If you don't shut up. Anyway, love you. Don't wink at me. It's cute. She has been diagnosed with mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Recently, if you don't fuck off, come here.
Bailey.
Come here. Come here right now.
Guys,
Sing.
shout out to Bailey. We love Bailey.
Yes.
She's making herself known.
Okay. Give me one sec. Come here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna restart where the okay. She has been diagnosed with some mental health issues. Sorry. Such as depression and anxiety. Recently, at a family dinner, my sister was talking about how hard it is to have autism and how much she's struggling to cope, even though she doesn't have a job and has never worked a day in her life. She then kept talking about how her autism explains some things when she was a kid, like the fact she refused to go to school and was very physical and violent trying to get her to go to school. She was often late to places if she had somewhere to go, and so on. Ain't that everybody? I decided to say something, and firstly, I reminded her she doesn't have autism yet, and I said to her, even if she did get diagnosed with autism, she can't blame everything on her autism and mental health, like being physical or violent as a child, and she needs to accept responsibility and not lay it on like, oh, I got autism and I was physical and violent as a child because of that. She also mentioned that's why she's always late, because of autism. I get that some people will always be late, but I do personally find it rude if someone's late, regardless if they're always are late. Again, I told her she can't completely blame that on the autism she isn't diagnosed with and needs to accept some responsibility and understand it's her fault half the time. After I said what I said, my sister ran off crying and family started shouting at me, called me an asshole for getting my sister upset when I know she's autistic. Again, she hasn't been diagnosed with autism. So she isn't autistic yet. And until she gets a diagnosis, I won't say she's autistic. And I said she still needs to accept some responsibility for things that happened, like her being physical and violent as a kid. By blaming on her autism, they're teaching her it's okay to be physical and violent because she has it. My family thinks I've gone too far, and now I'm not on speaking terms with them. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. No. And here's why. Today, I saw a video.
Somebody said not even borderline 100% ableist.
Oh, shit. I think, okay, here's the reason why I say not the asshole. She is correct. You cannot base your whole existence and personality on a diagnosis you ain't had yet. Like, so she needs to go through this process first and see if that is actually what she's dealing with. Then you can find ways to go around that, how to treat that. Yeah, I think saying you have something without being formally, professionally, medically diagnosed or on your medical record isn't right. And if you do have
It's like saying you have Tourette's, like how all the people on TikTok decided they were going to have Tourette's and get famous for that.
Yeah, that's so screwed up. Yeah, a lot of people, I feel like there's some people that use stuff like that, and there's people who actually have it, and that's so screwed up. And some people, I feel like, use it to their advantage or try to manipulate others. For example, today, this is funny, I actually saw a video of a man in a wheelchair, right? He's paralyzed from waist down. Man in a wheelchair come scooting up, and there's a ladder in his way, okay? And there's a guy painting up there. This man in the wheelchair pulls down the ladder and kept shaking it and throws it down, like didn't leave the wheelchair at all, just he's still in it. There's a guy painting, falls right on his back, like from so high up. And then, that was like attempted murder, basically, like falling from that high. My dad used to be in like the bucket trucks, like way up high and ladders like that. That is literally, if you fall from that high up, you can shatter your whole body, be paralyzed, and even die, So like, and then that person was trying to use the excuse, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm like, you are still like not entitled to that. Like, you still need to pay the consequences for that action. Because like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Well, that's just my thought on it though. Until she's
but I mean, I guess you're not the asshole. I mean, you can't really say that you have something if you don't have it yet. And you can't base your whole personality or make that an excuse. I say that all the time. I do not care who you are. I'm going to treat everybody the same. Sorry. Like, yeah, it's like me getting, an eye infection or something caught in my eye and looking it up like what it is on, Mayo Clinic and thinking I have cancer. It's kind of like that. But, she's not diagnosed yet, so you can't say anything.
Yeah, guys, that was Am I the Asshole readings from Reddit. I'm your host, Shay Stone.
And co-host Ari.
All right, and yeah, that was our Tea Time episode 3. You could tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. when we go live. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.